Hi there and welcome to my channel. Today I am going to be reviewing the new UOMA Foundation. I actually have it on now, UOMA Mine. We're going to see who wins out on the foundation battle for mature skin. So if you're interested in seeing that, please keep on watching. I honestly just put these nails on this morning and I can't get my necklace on. How do you guys put necklaces on and earrings and stuff with this type of claws? I love them, but wow. Alrighty, so why is it that I always appear on camera with a lot less makeup? I mean, I'm the type of person that does not leave the house without something. I need something on my face. And here I am in the front of the camera just about all the time with absolutely no makeup. That's not like me. Today's video is going to be a little bit different, but something came in that I'm super excited about. Of course, I'm a foundation girl. So I have purchased a brand new foundation. I want to compare this foundation up against my normal drugstore foundation, which this is my normal drugstore foundation, so the Lumi by L'Oreal. Now, I have been loving this foundation. I also have the Infallible, which I use because it's a little bit more full coverage. So I do use it like if I'm going to have photos taken or whatever. But I have been loving the L'Oreal foundation. I have been using it now for quite a while. But today, I want to review UOMA Beauty. So that's that there. If you can see it there. I've heard a lot of really good things about this foundation, so I wanted to give it a try, and I wanted to compare it to the drugstore foundation that I normally use on a day-to-day basis, because I think that's what most women want, is a foundation that'll work for you on a day-to-day basis, not something where you're going to be in front of a camera, because we're not always in front of a camera. Now, I have nothing on my face at the moment, and please be patient with me. And like I said, I just did my nails this morning, so... And these are not the normal nails that I do. Like, these are seriously, what do they call them? Coffin shaped nails or something? I don't know. I've been doing my nails for a long time, but I'm always more subject to have the shorter style nails just because I dip into makeup like all the time. And with my contacts, now that I've learned how to put them on with the longer nails, now I want long nails. Please excuse me if I take my time a little bit, just so I don't poke my eye out. All right. So I'm just putting my cheap little moisturizer on since I'm not going to be doing a lot today. Now, so for my moisturizer today, I'm just using the Age Defying Oil of Olay. I bought the new UOMA Beauty foundation. There's the two that I bought. Now, these two are in Fair Lady. But what I kind of liked about this one, and the reason why I decided to buy it, is because it has your tone. So if you're neutral, warm, cool, whatever it might be, on the top there, you can see that it gives you... My goodness, I can't even get there. There we go. It gives you the fact that it is neutral. So I bought myself, because I wasn't sure what the tone was, like I wasn't sure if it was going to be darker or lighter. So I always get one a little bit darker, one a little bit lighter, and then you can kind of mix the two if you need to. So I've got T2N and T1N. We'll do a little test and just see how close I came. So this is the T2N, and we'll do a little swatch here on my face just to see which one will work better for me. And of course, I always pat it in with my finger, right? Because you're gonna pat it in with your finger. I need something to clean my finger. All right, that is the T2N, and I'm gonna do the T1N. I think the T1N might be a little bit too light for me. Oh, it's pretty light. Like, they're actually pretty close, but I think I'm going to go with this one because I don't want to look like a ghost today. The T1N will definitely work for me, like more in the winter when I am seriously white. On the box, it says, "Stronger together, we are an empowered tribe. Our race is human. Our people are free. Our language is color." So I thought that was actually pretty cute for the box. Again, it gives you the tones on the top, so it's easy to figure out if you know that you're a neutral or a warm or whatever it might be. It's easy to see. So I'm going to do the UOMA Foundation on this side, and I will do the True Match Lumi on this side. Now these two do look quite a bit different in tone, so I'm hoping that doesn't, but you can see a little bit different in tone. I hope this one isn't too light for me. It might be too light for me because I know the Lumi is actually almost perfect. Like, it's almost perfect for my skin. This one might be a little bit too light still, but that's okay. That's okay. We're still going to do the test. On the one side of my face, I'm going to use my Nikia Joy Beauty Blender. For the UOMA side, for the True Match side, I will use my Real Techniques Beauty Blender, which I use all the time. Now they are clean. They're a little bit stained, but they are clean. So that should be fair. I'm just going to put it on my hand. It might be a little bit too much, but that of course is the UOMA. All right, let's go in with this beauty and see how she performs. I don't know if you've noticed, I didn't put anything else on, like I didn't put my concealer on or nothing. I'm going to do it the other way. So that one actually matches pretty good, I think. I am still pretty white. I mean, the sun's been out, but I haven't been, so I'm still white as a ghost. I wish I had a deeper tone, a deeper skin tone, just for the simple fact that, I don't know, it's just, for me it just seems easier, like when I'm darker, like in the middle of summer, when I'm a little bit darker, to match my skin, to get everything to look natural. So what I'm looking for here is, because I don't know, is this a full coverage? So it says a weightless, soft matte hydrating foundation. It's paraben free, D3, D4, and D5 free, talc free, cruelty free, and vegan. So I mean, you get all of them with this one here. Okay, so this one says it is adjustable coverage. For medium coverage, use sparsely. For full coverage, use generously. For extreme coverage, apply multiple layers. Okay, so that one is matching really well. I'm actually happy with that. I might have actually put a little bit too much on my hand, but that's okay. So I'm just going to do my forehead, staying away from my eyes for now. Look at that. That is actually really pretty. I don't know if you can see that on there, but I think these lights are going to make it look, they're going to make me look white. So I'm just going to dab a little bit on my nose. I'm really enjoying this beauty blender, by the way. I'll leave a link to her site below. She's got some amazing products, and if you're interested in tuning into her channel, she's sweet and funny, Australian, and I like her. I've learned a lot from her. Even though she has, because she does have oily skin where I have dry skin, but when it comes to like makeup and application of makeup, she's amazing. So there is just the one layer. Now I am going to put, and again, please be patient with me, I have nails now. I'm just terrified I'm going to poke my eye out. Like I said, I don't normally wear such long nails, so it's like, oh, be careful. So I'm just going to dab this on here. So I'm just going to go down my neck just a little bit. And it matches really good with my neck, so I don't have to. One thing I don't like to do is to wear makeup all the way down, unless I've got like red patchiness in here sometimes, and sometimes I'll get that. Like even right now I have a little bit of redness on my neck, which I'm gonna leave for now. I'm not gonna do anything with that. Okay, so that is just with one layer, which is what I like on a day-to-day basis. I don't like to have a cakey layers and layers of foundation on my face on a day-to-day basis. This coverage actually is beautiful. This is one layer, which I think most of us would probably just want the one layer. And I think if you were to layer on, like especially for women of our age, like 50 and up, because I have quite a few pores that show through, so I think that is as far as I would go with the layering of this foundation. You could put more, and if you're younger, yeah, you could definitely layer on more, but I think just that there, I think that looks pretty good. Okay, now we're gonna go to the other side. I'm gonna go in with my True Match Lumi from L'Oreal. Now this one is the color N3. Now this one here might be a little bit darker, so it's gonna look a little funny, I think. Yeah, so it is quite a bit. I think this one is a little bit deeper than that one. I think anybody will notice if I go out for coffee, or I have a golf game today with my friends, so maybe she'll say something. I did put another amount of foundation on my beauty blender, so I do need a little bit more. So the UOMA did definitely go a little bit farther. I think it has a little bit more of a consistency, like it's a little bit thicker. L'Oreal is always kind of a little more, I don't know, not runny, but more kind of more watery for me, which is fine. That's okay. Sometimes it gives that natural look. If it's a little bit thicker, it can actually be less natural looking. Putting a little bit under my eye. Oh, trying not to poke out my eye. So I've gone in and had to reapply, like I've had to go in a couple of times with more product, and I think it's just because the L'Oreal is a little more watery. All right. So there's both sides done. This one, L'Oreal True Match, is more for a medium, a light to medium coverage, but they both look pretty good. This one here seems to be just a little bit lighter for the darkness under my eyes, and that's of course with no concealer. This one here is not quite covering up, that's the L'Oreal, it's not quite covering up the darkness I have under my eyes, so but this one is actually doing a pretty good job. When I look closely into the mirror, this side here, so the UOMA side, is showing a slight bit of texture, but it's not overly bad. This one here is, of course, a little bit less texture. So again, I guess you kind of got to decide what you want. If this one here is more based on the medium, I think, to full coverage, just because it is quite a bit thicker, where my L'Oreal is more for medium, light to medium coverage. And you know, I'd probably have to put a few more, maybe another layer on, just to cover up that darkness, or of course my you know, concealer. They're pretty close. Again, I'm still feeling like I'm missing some here. I don't know. I'm gonna put it on with my finger. There we go. So I would have to put a little bit more on here to do a more full coverage. I don't feel like I have anything on my face. You know, you get that feeling where you can just feel the foundation, and I just don't like to feel the makeup on my face. So this one here works really great. And I find for under my eye, actually, it's doing a pretty good job at hiding, you know, the little darkness that I have under my eye. Now this is the one I normally use day per day, and of course it is doing a pretty good job at covering. The only thing is just in here, I probably have to put another layer of the L'Oreal True Match in here just to cover that up. I'm going to go in with my Tarte Shape Tape. I'm going to do under my eyes just the way that I normally do it, and see how this one plays with Tarte Shape Tape, because I know a lot of people do use their Tarte Shape Tape, and I do too. Even on a day-to-day basis, a lot of times I will put it on, usually underneath my foundation though, but today I didn't want to do that because I wanted to see the foundation at work by itself. And as per usual, always with my finger, with my nails, it's going to be hard to get in that area, so I might have to do it with a little blender or something. Okay, so as you can see, it still looks really good. It hasn't moved. It's very soft. It's mattifying, so you're not going to be shiny. But all in all, I think they perform pretty good. The UOMA side is a little bit thicker. It has a more thick consistency to it, but it actually looks really good. I like it. It's smooth and soft, and yeah, the Tarte Shape Tape is having a little bit of a problem covering that, just because the foundation isn't quite as potent as the UOMA side, and it does play really nicely with the Tarte Shape Tape to, you know, hide the rest of it. They work together well to hide the under eye dark circles that I have, I couldn't get in here just because my nails are super long. I will do that after. So for my Lumi side, again, to get this kind of consistency out of the UOMA, the Lumi side, I'd probably have to put another layer on. It's still having a little bit of trouble with the inside darkness under my eyes. It's not quite covering it. That's also with the Tarte Shape Tape, but I find the Tarte Shape Tape or your concealer with your foundation, they always work hand in hand to cover those things. So it says Biomimicry, I don't even know how to say that. Biomimicry pigments mimics the skin for a flawless finish. Now, I don't know if I pronounced that correctly. You can go on the website and have a look, and you can try to pronounce it for yourself. But anyway, that's the way it's supposed to. That's the way it says here on the site. So this is the finished look. UOMA on one side, and of course my Lumi on the other. It's probably going to be on here for about 6 hours, possibly 8 hours. So that gives a really good wear time test to see how it handles, how it holds up. Hopefully it doesn't rain, because I don't think rain would be fair to any foundation. So anyway, wear time test is coming up, and I will be back to let you know how it all holds up. Hi, back again. Unfortunately, I didn't get to play my golf game. That actually sucks. It got canceled, but I did, however, go to the golf course. I had supper, hung out with friends, and it's about 4 hours later. So let's have a look and see how well it's done. After 4 hours, I just got back in, so I haven't really looked at the mirror yet. All right, so as you can see, actually it still looks really good. Now this side also still looks good, but again, you can see through a little bit of my discoloration under my eyes. This one here is still holding up really well. This side here, you can start to see through a little bit of my imperfections that I have there. For the True Match Lumi from L'Oreal, now that's this one. This one's the drugstore brand. I have been using this one for a long time. I do like it. But the shade range for this one here is only 14 shades, so there's not a lot to choose from when it comes to shade range. But of course it is only a drugstore foundation, and I do like it. But I have to say that I actually do really like this. I really like this. I wasn't sure because, you know, being a thicker foundation, it's sometimes harder, especially for us more mature women, to find a foundation that we're gonna like and it's not gonna, you know, settle into fine lines. It actually didn't settle into any of my fine lines. I have a little bit of a dry patch here. It didn't really settle into that. It hasn't moved. I put on the rest of my makeup. It stayed in place. Even my forehead here, a little bit of creasing on my forehead, but I mean, that I can, you know, that really comes with the territory of being more mature and having fine lines. It's really hard to find a foundation that's not going to sink into your skin like that. But this here is a 30 mil. The Lumia also is a 30 mil. This one has 51 shade range. So that's quite a bit more for you to choose from. It's also very easy to find your tone. They have 6 different types that you can go into and have a look. So it gives you kind of it's a little bit easier to find your tone. Like, I didn't have any problems finding my shade range on here. Like I said, I did buy the 2 because I wasn't quite sure, but I think I lucked out pretty good. This one is going to cost you Canadian about $53, so it's going to be just about, well, a little more than twice. The only thing that I would say is that's going to kind of save you with money costs is that you don't have to use so much of this. I mean, I only pumped it once. I could have spread it out into the rest of my face. It wouldn't have been an issue. I probably would have had to use a little bit more, but not a real big issue. I think this one will go a little bit longer for your buck. So there it is, folks, my foundation review for today. Who won the war? That would be UOMA, of course. And they do have some other products, so I'm probably going to get in there and purchase a few more things to try them out, just because I have thoroughly enjoyed this foundation and the way it wore today. I am definitely going to go back in and find some more products. And yeah, so you'll be seeing me wear this foundation quite often. So that's it for my video today. If you've enjoyed this, please don't forget to like and subscribe. Don't forget about June's Magnetic Lash giveaway coming up on the 15th. If you want to get in on that, then please subscribe, like to the video or this one, it doesn't matter. Also, don't forget to make sure that your account is set to public, not private, because if it's private, I won't be able to see any of your information and you're not going to be able to be entered into the contest. Good luck, and I hope to see you next week.